Mr. Kearney, your 9-year-old grandson has been sitting outside this building for almost 6 hours. Nobody is coming for him. It was 11:52 on a Thursday night. 68-year-old retired firefighter Walter Kearney thought it was just a late pickup. Then he arrived. His grandson Diego was sitting alone on a cold bench, hugging his backpack against his chest. Walter knelt beside him. "Where's your mother?" Diego looked down. "I don't know. Mom hasn't been home since Sunday." Walter froze. It was Thursday night. A 9-year-old boy had been living alone for nearly 6 days. He walked himself to school. He made his own food. He locked the doors every night. Then Walter asked the question that terrified him most. "Did your mother arrange for someone to stay with you?" Diego shook his head. "Nobody." Then he whispered, "Mom might get mad if I called you." Walter wanted to call his daughter immediately, but 31 years as a firefighter had taught him one thing: get the facts before you react. So instead, he opened Sabrina's social media. What he saw changed everything. His daughter was in Florida, with her husband Grant and their two 6-year-old twins. A perfect family photo stood in front of a theme park castle, and the caption read, "Our whole world, all 4 of us." Walter stared at the screen. Then he thought about Diego, the child they had left behind. He saved every screenshot, contacted the community center, documented the timeline, and called family lawyer Marisol Vega. Her first words were simple: "Keep Diego with you. Don't confront the parents. Preserve the evidence." Days later, an emergency guardianship petition was filed. When Sabrina and Grant finally returned from Florida, they expected a family argument. Instead, Marisol was waiting at Walter's dining table. The evidence was spread out before them: the community center statement, school records, the Florida photographs, and the complete timeline of Diego being left alone. Sabrina protested, "He's my son!" Walter looked at her. "Then why did he ask me if you had forgotten him?" Silence. Then Sabrina finally broke. She confessed, "I knew nobody was staying with him." Walter felt something inside him go completely still. It hadn't been an accident. It had been a choice. The court eventually granted Walter permanent guardianship, but he didn't seek revenge. He gave Diego something far more important: safety, a home, a future, and the certainty that when school ended, someone would always be there. 6 months later, Diego was coloring new states onto his map. Then he looked up at Walter and asked, "Grandpa, where are we going next?" Months earlier, that same boy had asked, "Did Mom forget me?" Now he was asking about his future. And Walter finally understood. Family isn't always the people who are supposed to stay. Sometimes family is the person who chooses not to leave.